man.
Great to see you, man. Pleasure.
Good to see you.
Let's do this, brother. All right, let's go.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Brother John, your brother from another mother like no other. Now, I'm going to tell you how this setup is today. You know it's spring break, right? And we only get 2 days off, Thursday and Friday. But when I got a call that a brother may be coming to town, a brother who was doing big work around the country, a brother that's an author, a former military brother, right?
Right.
I'm going to read his stuff. I just want y'all to know. I said, yo, we got to open up the airways for our brother to let him come in and talk. And ladies and gentlemen, that led to another interview after him and then another one. So I said, this brother done came to town, and I'm supposed to have been working for just an hour. And I'm ended up being here for 3 hours because the brother is in the building. And let me give you his bio. And Matt, it's because when we hear people, I bring people on.
Okay.
They want to know something about the person that I'm talking, because the people listen very well to who I have on. So I'm going to read what Jamie sent me now. I'm going to tell you this is what she said.
Let's go.
Matt SAPALA, a first-generation American-born son of immigrant parents from the Philippines, served 2 enlistments as a combat veteran in the United States Marine Corps after joining at only 17 years old. Also known as Money Smart Guy. Memphis, pay attention, Money Smart Guy. Matt has gained unparalleled experience in the finance industry over the past 23 years after countless side jobs, also in Memphis, side hustles, ladies and gentlemen. He became an independent agent as an unqualified single father of 3. Watch out now, Memphis. He currently serves as a senior board counsel of PHP Agency and a member of the Field Advisory Board, which helps lead the future growth of 27,000 agents. You heard that, Memphis. Do the math. He established himself as a respected leader, entrepreneur, and business owner. As a result, he and his wife, Sheena, became the first cash flow millionaires at PHP Agency, making company history in only 3 years under Patrick Bet-David's mentorship. Matt is the host of 7-Figure Squad, a YouTube channel where he provides strategies to become a first-generation cash flow millionaire. He has interviewed a host of world changers and leaders, including, listen, now pay attention, wake up in the back, Rabbi Daniel Lappin, General James N. Mathis, Les Brown, Deion Primetime Sanders, Tim Tebow, and David Goggins. He is the transformational teacher and speaker on faith, finance, leadership, development, and entrepreneurship. He has been featured as a recurring guest, not just that one and done time. He's a recurring guest on WGN Morning News, Fox, NBC, ABC, and a contributor to News Nation Now, which tips for creating the financial life they want in a changing economy. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Matt SAPALA. What's up, bro?
My man, great to be here, big dog. Big John.
Hey, man. Hey, that's one hell of a bio, man. Hey, man, that's big. Yeah. But let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the only other millionaire I ever had in this room was Stedman Graham.
Wow. What?
Yeah, that's the only other millionaire.
Seriously?
Only you and him.
Okay.
So I'm with good company.
Yeah, both in Chicago. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you from the Philippines, right?
I am. Family's from the Philippines, yep.
Well, here go our connection.
Tell me.
I played basketball over there in the PBA for 7 years, won the championship over there with Formula Shell, played for San Miguel Beer over there.
San Miguel, ito ang beer.
Yes. I was eating pancit and all the good stuff, man. I love that's the number one country for me. I've been around the world playing ball. Something about the Philippines taught me how to humble myself.
Wow.
And I learned so much over there, man. So Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee, brother.
Yeah, great.
This is a school radio station. We are the broadcast arm. We're the largest school district in the state of Tennessee. So we got a radio and TV station. And anytime somebody's coming to the city and it's something that can uplift the community, we want them here.
Man, honor to be here then.
All right, man.
Let's do it.
So, man, look, man, you've been around. You've been doing so much, man.
Yeah.
In financial services, man. I want to jump right in because here in Memphis, the poverty is amazing. It's out there, right? We have a lot of people talking about money, living check to check, and this, that, and the third. You got a lot of people side hustling. We frying wings. We doing hair. We selling CD. We still selling CDs at the gas
right?
station.
Still?
Yes, sir, still. So, man, you know, I know you've been around the world, around the country, and I don't want to say every city is the same. But when you get down to the bottom of it, it seems like everybody's worried about money. And how can we come up? And we got bills and bills. And then when it's time, if one of us pass, we got to GoFundMe or pass the hat around. Man, what are you seeing out there, man? Because your words, I know people are going to adhere to because you're from out of town and you come in with a message and you're a New York Times best-selling author. So I would love to hear you take.
It's you know, like when I was in the military, you know, the thing about the military is that we have the same pay. You know, I don't really care if you're Army, Air Force, Marines, you know, Navy. If you were an E1, E2, E3, E4, your respective ranking, your respective branch of service, we all got paid the same.
All the same.
All the same.
Okay.
All the same. If you want to be a Navy SEAL, it's not like they paid you extra money to be a Navy SEAL.
Okay.
Oh, it's just it's the same pay.
Okay.
And you just happen to be a Navy SEAL. You know, so my point is that, you know, when you're looking at money and finance, you know, if you look into really the character of money, not necessarily the denomination of money, the character of money, to me, money is it's a living, breathing organism to me. It's just not something you just go out and go spend. And sometimes men and women, we treat that money differently.
Right.
And because money can come to you and right away it can leave you.
Right.
And so I think the different categories of money, working with people in money the last 20, 23, 24, 25 years, is realizing that certain ethnic demographics, socioeconomic upbringings, look at that money a lot differently than what it can do.
Okay.
And so it's how you think things, how you think about money, is how you see things, and how you see things is how you do things. So it's got to go back to the mindset of money, not necessarily where to invest. That's the easy part. Insurance, easy part. You know, real estate, easy part. You know, but it's how I think about money. That's where it separates the those living paycheck to paycheck to those become millionaires.
And when you started out in this field, right? You know, because everybody say, you know, selling insurance or selling annuities, doing different things of that nature.
Yep.
You know, some people may say you don't see a lot of people of color in that field.
Yeah.
And you say 23, 24, 25, 26 years ago, you went on that path.
Sure.
Can you kind of just talk about what led you to go down that path? Because, you know, we got a lot of ball players, a lot of football players, baseball. We got doctors, lawyers, firemen. But when you say insurance and financial services, it's like we cower back from that.
Yeah.
And you're like, you done well, sir. So can you tell us about how your upbringing on that was?
So when I first got pitched the opportunity to get involved in financial services.
First time.
Brother, I filed bankruptcy like a year ago.
What?
It was 1999, right? So a year ago, I filed divorce. I filed for bankruptcy. It's in my first book, Faith Made Millionaire. So I thought I was the biggest hypocrite to ever get involved in financial services. And then I started going to church, and then I started, you know, seeing a different side of my life. And then a pastor one time said, "Listen, man, some of your worst tests end up becoming your testimony. That some of the worst situations you've been through, somebody's waiting to see you get onto the other side so you can tell everybody else, here's the path." And so when I looked at money, and somebody said, a lot of times people think, you know, a lot of black and brown multicultural don't get involved in financial services. It's only for the old white dude, right? And so
that's the narrative.
Right. But for me coming from the military taught me how to see people differently. If there's one thing I learned from the military, without the cliche hard work, you know, work ethic, teamwork, esprit de corps, love America, etc. Yes, but it also taught me to look at people as one color, green.
I got you.
You're either dark green or you're light green.
I got you.
Right?
I got you. Yes,
and so when I looked at money, I said, okay, this is something new for me to learn. And a lot of people I love and care about and I work with didn't know about money. So let me try to learn this for myself so I can teach other people to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And through the span of those years, you know, in dealing with people of color, has there been like a kind of underlying, you know, thing that we all have in common?
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
A lot of stereotypes, right? A lot of great stereotypes. You know, money. Money ain't gonna buy you happiness. Money's the root of all evil. You know, God doesn't want God. It's easy for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than a rich man go to rich man go to heaven.
Yes.
These type of things. You know, anytime you buy something new, you buy a new car. Yeah, what year is it? You know, those type of things. So there's a lot of stereotypes as it relates to money, and when I'm dealing with less emotion, more logic. Here's why I also started studying: which demographic spends more money, which demographic saves more money.
Whoa.
They tell me a lot, right?
Yes.
Because remember, if everybody across the board is making 50, 60, 70,000 a year, how come a year later one demographic is ahead and the other one's still behind or getting worse?
Wow.
You know what I found out?
What'd you find out?
The multicultural black and brown community are great spenders.
We like to spend money.
We like to spend.
Yes, sir.
The greatest spenders. Even though they're smaller compared to the rest of the population, they're right up there when it comes to spending things on luxury goods and entertainment, right? Asians and Caucasians, they're the biggest purchasers of real estate, life insurance, and pensions.
Whoa. You said the life insurance word?
That's right.
Because you say life insurance, you think of the man walking through the hood with the briefcase saying spend $10 and get insurance.
That's right.
As soon as you said life insurance, I went all the way back.
First one, yeah. Wow. You know, funny, I interviewed Master P. He said the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. He's when I was in the hood in New Orleans, man, the insurance man, we brought with the bag of cash, collecting everybody's premium. But a lot of people don't realize that Master P is a benefactor of life insurance.
Really?
Yeah. His grandfather passed away and left him a $10,000 settlement.
That's right.
And he took that to build No Limit Records.
Life insurance.
Life insurance. And he's telling everybody, everybody, if you want to fix the hood, he says, if you want to fix the hood, everybody get a $50 policy, a month policy, whether it be, depending on your age, it could be a $500,000 policy, or if you're younger, it could be $1 million policy. But imagine now, everybody in our community has life insurance. And sadly, what happens if these wrongful deaths come by? There's all this crap we're dealing with in the community. All this stuff goes down. Well, guess what? We as a community, when those life insurance paid out, we got money now. We can go hire the right attorneys. Right. We got backing. We got financial wherewithal. Instead of just settling for what the city will pay you in a lawsuit, if that ever.
If that ever.
Right? And so the economic empowerment of me understanding financial services, so there's two things really I took away, is how people deal with money differently based on ethnic demographics and how they grew up with money. And the second thing is how they created money. Because a lot of people, for me, that's the exciting part, is the entrepreneurship. It's the side hustle you're talking about earlier.
Side hustle, right.
That become a full-time hustle, right? And that's so there's really two components. Because as much as good insurance you might have, or a good retirement plan you have, or a great investment plan you have, every one of those plans will crumble if your income gets cut. Wow. Because you spend down all those things to maintain your standard of living.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man. See, ladies and gentlemen, you see, if you're just joining us, we have you're looking on Facebook or Twitter. You're like, who is this guy on this screen right here? This is Matt SAPALA. He's a New York Times best-selling author, and he has 2 books. His first book was the one, Faith-Based Millionaire, because you know everybody want to say self-made millionaire. You said faith-made.
That's right.
Millionaire.
That's right.
And your latest book, we have it. Kev, make sure we got it in the camera. Yeah. Gotcha.
Bam.
You got to talk about that now. Because you say gotcha, it's like, all right now, watch out now. I'm on alert.
For sure. So the 5 gotchas of money has been my 5 major pitfalls that I've been doing I've been doing a signature talk for the last 15 years. And if people would just understand these 5 pitfalls, they'd be able to avoid a lot of bad decisions. So people are saving for their retirement. People get pitched all the time, saving real estate, saving your 401k, blah, 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 blah. Number one, if you can avoid these 5 gotchas, you'll get ahead a lot further than everybody else. The first one is losses. You got to avoid losses. So if you're making money, you can't what? Can't lose it. Can't lose it because you put all that time, effort, and money because you save it, it grows at a certain rate of return. It's compounding, and next thing you know, something happens in the stock market, something happens in China, something happens in Russia, something happens in Europe, and then your portfolio is exposed to it. It's not fair to you. You've been saving the money. You've been
working hard and saving. Yes, sir.
Just for it to lose like that. So and when it comes to your serious money, not your gambling type of money, but if you're serious that you know needs to be there, right? You can't expose your money to losses. Warren Buffett has 2 rules. Warren Buffett is the guy that's called the Oracle of Omaha, one of the richest guys in the world.
Yes, sir.
Right?
When he talk, everybody listen.
That's right. He says, I got 2 basic rules. And that's why a lot of people put their money in my firms. Number 1, I don't lose money. Number 2, I don't forget rule number 1.
Wow.
Simple as that.
Rules. That's
a simple philosophy, right? And a lot of people don't realize that through index universal life insurance and index annuities and fixed annuities, people don't lose any money. My favorite client is in my book, Gotcha. She's been a client of mine for 21 years. She had multiple 401ks going on at the same time. We consolidated those.
Multiple 401ks.
Right, because the hospital she was working at was bought up multiple times. So she had multiple 401ks. They were just kind of splintered all over the place. So I consolidated into one rollover IRA. We helped avoid a lot of losses over the last 21 years. She's avoided a lot of losses. And we're talking about the Great Recession, 07, 08, 09.
Right.
We're talking about the pandemic. We're talking about the flash crash. All that. This client hasn't lost any in 21 years. And who's that favorite client? It's my mother.
What?
It's my mom's.
You got moms hooked up.
I got moms hooked up. That's right. Because remember, I told you, I got involved in this business to help the people I love and care about. That's right. Numero uno was my mom. Wow. Yeah. So she's now retired. She's been retired now since 2010, brother.
She's living her best life.
She's living her best life, not having to unretire. Take care of her. By the way, she lives in a very good, well-to-do retirement community. It's not a nursing home; it's a retirement community.
That's the difference.
Huge difference, because it's about $6,000 a month, which is equivalent to buying $1 million house. But around there's activities around her. She doesn't have to clean. She doesn't have to cook. She doesn't have to, create any. What am I doing tonight?
Right.
Every day there's about 5 or 6 different activities for her to do. She looks at the calendar. She goes, "Look, Machu, look at this. Look at this calendar. It's like a cruise ship." Filipino.
But from all the 21 years of all the stuff that she went through, saved and all that, she can live like that. Where it seems like a lot of people in our community, we live for the now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So we want to stunt. We want to look good. We want to have on the J's. And it's okay. We understand.
Yep.
We want to look good.
Yeah.
But if that's your end-all, be-all,
Yeah.
if you get released from a job or something happens, one of those pitfalls, then it's like, what do we do?
Yeah.
So it's like, do we have to change a mindset? Is it an education thing? Because it seems like it affects our community so much.
It does. And here's a question you got to ask yourself. If I've been working at my job, whatever I've been doing for the last 1, 3, 5, 7, 10 years, however long you've been working your job, look back. Look at the bank account. Look at your investment statements and ask yourself one question. What do I have to show for?
Wow.
That's it.
Look in that camera and say that one more time, please.
If I've been working my job for the last year, 3, 5, however long you've been working a job, let's say we're working a job for the last 10 years, 20 years. Ask yourself one question. What do I have to show for? Or like myself, when I ask myself that question, what do I have to owe for? Wow. And I said, bro, I got to stop this.
Just like that.
I got to stop this because that's another pattern about to start in another 10 years. Same thing in my personal life. I wasn't the best. I'm married now, 5 kids, but people don't realize I got 2 baby mamas. I've been in child support court. I've had the worst life because I made bad choices because I surrounded myself with the wrong people. But by the grace of God, I raised my kids. The 3 kids I had residential custody of. Wow. Yeah, I raised them, and I realized too as well. And thank God I was involved in the insurance business because I can set my schedule whenever I want. Okay. I could drop them off, work 6 hours, and pick them up and do my thing. But realizing that money and economic power, that's a huge thing. And by the way, that's why I'm glad I'm in Memphis because some of the most premier black-owned life insurance companies started right here out of Memphis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all heard that he dropping jewels right here.
Yeah.
Dropping jewels. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because it is we've heard of some. It's a building that they said is one of the places where.
Downtown Memphis.
Downtown Memphis, the
That's
first
right.
insurance thing happened.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about your mentor, man. We talked about him in your intro, Patrick Bet-David.
Sure.
And I saw a video on YouTube. He interviewed like Kobe Bryant. Mike Tyson or something. He interviewed Shaq, some high-powered quality guys. Now, this is somebody you call your mentor. And when you with your mentor, some of his characteristics and ways kind of rub off on the people that's around the mentor.
Sure.
Tell us about Patrick Bet-David to the people who may have heard his name, but I think he's somebody that we need to know about because what I saw was he gives you real, direct information, factual information. It's no fake news with him. Yep. But to see him talk to a Kobe Bryant and then to talk to my brother just retired down in Tampa, the quarterback.
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
Yep.
I'm like, hold up. For him to talk to these, to have access to these guys, it must be something about him. And if that's your mentor, something got to rub off on
Yeah,
you, man.
for
So
sure.
talk about your mentor, man.
So PBD he's an immigrant also. He's an immigrant from Iran. The fall of Khomeini, the fall of the crisis there in Iran in the 80s. So he became a refugee in Germany for 2 years before he came to Glendale, California, and so he stayed at a refugee camp, learned German in Germany. So he's a kid from Iran. His name is Bet David. So he's the Christian. He's not Muslim. He's Christian. Bet David. Okay. So so it's one of the rare Christians in the Middle East. That's his line.
That's his lineage.
Yeah.
Got you.
And so, make a long story short, he ends up serving in the military for a few years, and then comes out and starts his career at Morgan Stanley on 9/10, the one day before 9/11.
Wow.
The next day,
the first day
is 9/10. Wow. Right. The next day, hey, listen, guys. The guy said, listen, it's gonna be crazier than you think. You probably want to find another job. Most people left the financial services industry. He decided to stay with it. And then he went to the insurance side of things. Patrick, I think, resonated more with the insurance side of things than the investment side of things.
Gotcha.
There's like the Wall Street, stock jocks,
Yes.
rate of return, et cetera. Got to flip my stock and made this, right?
Flip, right.
Versus insurance is a little bit more like I'm talking to families. I'm creating family wealth and generation wealth, and there's a little bit more. There's more into it. So that's what he decided to stick. So he was going to build a large organization with a company called Transamerica for a while, but they were not going to give him a seat at the table. Like, listen, I want some stock. I'm going to be your top guy, and he was.
Right.
I said, no, it's okay. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Stay over there where you're doing. Right.
That's right. Keep this thumb on your forehead, and until we tell you, whenever we want you back. So he said, okay, fine. So he started his own company. So this is October 2009. So they start with 66 agents. And fast forward today, we had over 30, 40,000 agents across the country, and he's since sold the company it's coming out a couple years ago, but he had a $300 million exit from building PHP agency, of which now my wife and I, many of our partners, were now taking over from here going forward. Wow. Yeah.
And PHP, tell the people what that means.
PHP agency stands for People Helping People. It's a national financial marketing organization. So therefore, basically, they're a large broker for a lot of different insurance companies to do business with. So they provide their products and services on our platform, and we go out and help our clients, and we pick and select which products and services are best for our clients.
Wow.
Yeah.
People helping people. That like you said, like it didn't say white people helping black people or black people helping, Mexican people. It's people helping
That's right.
people.
Yeah, like we say all the time, brother. I don't care what race you are. I care about one race.
Right.
I care about the human race. I don't care what color your skin is. I care about one color green.
And did that come over the years of working in the financial services or seeing different things? Like, because some of us, we want that. It's like we all want to say that, but it's like we can't attain it. We think we can't attain it, but you are a living example of someone who didn't say, well, I'm a single father, I got this, I got baby mamas, I lost this. But you sitting here today, an example for us to be like, yo, stop with all the excuses. You can do it.
Yeah. Because every time I sit across a kitchen table from somebody, I don't see them. I see them as somebody's son. I see them as somebody's daughter. I see them as somebody's uncle. I see them as somebody that loves and cares about them. I don't look at people as a color. They fit a role in somebody's life that's so important that I have the capacity and the power to start transforming their life. And it's my skill and ability to try to communicate with them and where they want to go. So to me, that's the way I look at people. I don't look at people, and it's all love, bro. It's like I just want to see, because somebody gave me a shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody gave if somebody, bro. I didn't tell you though. If somebody pitched me, but getting involved in the industry, and guess which part of the world, in a bathroom of a Best Buy.
In the bathroom of a Best Buy. That's what your introduction to it.
That's right.
A bathroom in a come on, now that's the low of the low. That's not a Walmart bathroom.
No, Best Buy, man. I was taking my boys out to the bathroom, and a retired Marine was in financial services. Hey, if you figure, pitch this guy. And that was me.
Just like that.
Just like that.
So, I mean, that's a heck of a story, though, man.
Yeah.
Imagine if you didn't go to the bathroom at that particular time.
Or he didn't have the courage to pitch me. And that's why I say, every time, especially armed with his knowledge, armed with his information, which I appreciate being on this platform, because now I have the opportunity to plant a seed in somebody's head out there that might be listening. I mean, not be everybody, but there's somebody out there that's willing to listen, do something about it. And I'm telling you, brothers, sisters, you got a shot. And the thing about America today, we got people all across our office. Like, for example, tomorrow morning, you see people, all sorts of upbringing. We got offices across the country, multicultural, white, black, brown, you name it.
Right.
Winning in business and winning with their finances.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, before we go out of here, man, I know you got a busy schedule. Like I said, we have over 100,000 students, right?
Okay.
And we have over 12, 14,000 plus employees. I want you to kind of speak to our students because they don't get to have somebody that look like them talking about finances.
Okay.
Could you give us a message for the students or for the young people, you know, anybody in general? Because I appreciate your time that you took to come here, but I really want to let this message be for the young people and the students. So if you have anything you can share with them, I would appreciate that.
I'm going to share with you a tough concept probably for you to wrap your mind around, but it's a concept that's really changed my life. It's a thing called delayed gratification. Delayed gratification.
Uh-oh, you done stepped on 20 people's toes.
That's right. because I'm from Chicago. Grew up during Michael Jordan, the whole 85 Chicago Bears. I mean, Chicago was the sports city in the 80s.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I never had a pair of J's, brother, until I was 42 years old. That was 8 years ago.
You never had a pair of J's?
Never had a pair of J's until...
And the basketball god was in your city.
That's right. Wow. Never had a pair of J's until I was 42 years old. Everybody else got J's. I didn't get J's. Now, these days, brother, instead of me buying a pair of J's, I could buy at a damn store.
Wow.
Or stores.
Wow.
Which actually what I am doing. I'm investing in a retail shoe store. Guys going all over the world, open up shoe stores up. So I'm an investor now.
So you don't even have... You ain't have to buy the shoes.
Exactly.
You got the store.
I got the store. Exactly.
See?
I said, what do you want to be? But in the meantime, your friends are going to give you a hard time about the clothes you wear, about the book bags you have, about the shoes that you're wearing. You just tell them, listen, man, I'm working on my money game. Just tell them I'm working on my money game. They're gonna try to bully you. They're gonna try to clown you. They're gonna try to give you a hard time about it. You just tell them I'm working on my money game, and watch them. By the time they get older, they're gonna be broke. They're gonna be following that same mindset. But guess what happens to you if you work on your money game? You save, you budget, you create value. You find ways to help other people. And by the way, when I say create value, help other people's lives better.
Help other people's lives better.
Somehow, some way. Right? And so, for example, something simple as, everybody's on evenings and weekends. I see there's a lot of grass here in Memphis. How come people aren't cutting grass more often these days?
Wow.
How come people aren't shoveling the snow more these days? And getting involved in that. That's how you get involved in the community. And everybody in the community knows the kids walking up and down the street with a shovel. They're shoveling $20, $5, $10. Let me wash your car, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Right? Let me take care of that for you. Right? With your bucket. You're going to feel a whole lot more better about yourself than playing video games for 2-3 hours on a Saturday.
That's right, man.
And you're going to have cash, and everybody else is borrowing money from everybody else to look a certain way they want to impress people that don't really care about them. But yet you're 13, 14, 8 years old, but you got cash, you got money. More importantly, you got confidence because you start creating, to me, that's creating wealth.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just had a master class on financial services, ladies and gentlemen. Man, Matt, is there a way like a social media or something where people can follow you and keep up with you, man? For sure. Money Smart Guy everywhere. Money Smart Guy Instagram, Money Smart Guy Twitter, Money Smart Guy Facebook, Money Smart Guy TikTok, you name it, man. Money Smart Guy all over the place. Money Smart Guy, there it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to know some more information, text us at the radio station 901-881-0885. We can point you in the right direction and find out more about what Mr. Matt SAPALA was talking about today, all right? Don't forget, 901-881-0885. With that being said, Matt, man, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. I know you set the whole city on fire talking about money in a way and gave a message to students. I think everybody's going to be like, yo, we got to share that. We got to share that. We got to let young people hear it. So tomorrow, we know the time tomorrow? What's the time on the event tomorrow? 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock. What's the location? Come on over here. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Yes, sir. Look at that camera right there and tell him what's up.
Listen, come and learn something tomorrow. 9155 Crestwood Hills Drives, man. Listen, he going to be here in the flesh doing his thing, man. You do not want to miss tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. Come and learn something tomorrow.
There it is. All right, now get out the way now. Look, you trying to steal my thunder. You trying to steal my thunder. You already taller than me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for stopping by, Matt, man. I really, really, really appreciate you, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it on a Friday. We supposed to be off today, but we got a lot of stuff coming on. So now we're going from Matt, and coming up in about 20 minutes, we're going to have somebody. The government said that they admitted to UFOs, right? That's out here. I got a brother that's coming in that's going to have documentation. He got everything. He got a movie coming out, dropping in Memphis this Tuesday called Answered. All right, so when you want to check this out at 2 o'clock. And then I have since it's International Women's Month, History Month, we got somebody coming up at 3 o'clock that owns a black restaurant, owns a black law firm, and just starting a black record label here in the city. So we going to represent. Since Matt got us up here, we're going to represent and keep the city informed on what's going on in and around Memphis, Tennessee. With that being said, we're going to get back to the music. We are 88.5 FM.